What's up everyone, welcome to another episode of Garage Topics. Today we are talking about a 6th gen Ford Bronco, specifically a 2021 Badlands edition that I took to Super Celebration. If it's your first time watching, thanks a lot. Feel free to subscribe if you like this video and all the other stuff we got going on in this really awesome garage back here. But I want to talk to you about this awesome 6th gen Bronco. I'll be honest, up until this point I have not actually driven one that long or at all. And I was able to drive this thing for about 8 hours over the past couple days and had a really good experience I want to share it with you. It's a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder, it's a 6-speed manual, and it's on 37s with an awesome ADS suspension. It's in this Area 51 color, which I really like. It's got a bunch of sweet decals set up on it. And it's got a bunch of Deviate other mods too. So let's take a look at some of the mods. It's got a Deviate front and rear bumper. This thing needs a winch real bad, but it can have one easy. It can hold lights as well. It's got anvil light pot up here to hold these lights on the rocker switches. These wheels are Walker Evans racing wheels. I think they're true beadlocks. They're on 37 BFGs. I believe all the body armor and stuff on this is Deviate. Yeah, the Deviate rear bumper looks great. It has an anvil rear tire carrier mount support and high mount brake bracket as well. Got some more pod lights as well, but the shining story of this is the suspension. It's got a full ADS race setup on the front and the rear. It looks the business and is the business. And in addition to that, it's got all ADS control arms, billet, uppers on the front, and then on the back it's got the trailing arms billet, which look really good. There you go, those units look great. One thing that got me even more jazzed up about this whole setup was that the Ultra 4 race series came through Bowling Green, and I was able to check it out for a quick second. I've never witnessed that in person, and oh my god, it is incredible. Here's a quick clip. And so what was cool is some of those rigs had full-on ADS race suspension. That's where they got their name at in the actual full-on racing world, and in Ultra 4, King of the Hammers, Baja races, etc., etc. And now that technology is trickling down into quasi-daily / off-road weekend warrior type builds, which is pretty cool. I think the best way to take a look at this suspension setup is get on the lift. So let's bring it in the garage and take a look real quick. Alright, so all the OGs, you've probably never seen this 2-post lift in my video because it's pretty new to the garage and to the channel, so there'll be a whole separate video about that. We got enough to take a look at the suspension, and boy does it look good. You've got the external reservoir set up here. You've got the billet trailing arms lower and upper as well. They look fantastic. And this also has a Flowmaster exhaust on it as well. It's got a relatively small muffler, so it sounds pretty loud and pretty good. From the inside, it sounds fantastic. Kind of feels like you're driving a Focus RS, honestly, which is a really cool feeling for such a big vehicle. Yes, at the front, you can see the billet upper control arm really nicely. And the reservoir on this one tucks up right here, which is a really nice location for it, up and out of the way. Another thing I forgot on here are these adjustable tie rod end links. Freaking beefy, heavy duty fellas. This stuff here is the direct fit race, so like it's literally bred from Ultra 4, King of the Hammers type builds, but they're direct bolt-ons for the Bronco specifically. So if you want the absolute best of the best, this is the setup, and it rides great on the street, and it will ride incredible off-road at high speeds as well, and also low speed crawling. So I didn't get to do anything crazy with it, but I wish I could. I did take it on the trip, and so let's cut to that footage as far as the driving in-cabin experience of not only the Bronco itself, but the suspension setup. We are driving back from Bronco Super Celebration in this, I believe, 2021 Ford Bronco, 2.3 4-cylinder, and this is a 4-door, and it has the man stick. It's got a sweet B&M 6-speed manual transmission shifter in it, and this is a ton of fun in the manual setup. It's really good time in here. This suspension ride's incredible. Nothing crazy. Didn't do any crazy Baja style off-roading, obviously being in the Smoky Mountains, but when you hit bad pavement, bad road, things soaks it up like it's riding on clouds. It's a very comfortable ride in here. It's actually quite fun to go over bad roads, so highly recommend the ride quality in here. This has got a Flowmaster exhaust in it as well, which I like the tone from the inside of the truck. This is I forget the exact name of the style, but it's one of the louder versions. So me personally, I'd probably go with a mid-grade, medium loud setup, but it does make it sound cool, and it's fun to have a exhaust on a manual transmission car. It's a very unique experience in this Bronco. Definitely recommend it. Out in front of us is our other 6th gen Bronco, 2021 as well, out of Banks on a 3.5-inch spacer lift. That one rides okay, but when it comes to like consistently going over harsh pavement, obviously this one crushes it. Yeah, got nothing but good things to say about the suspension setup and how it rides in here. As you saw, I really enjoyed driving these things to the point of where I actually really want one of these 6th gen Broncos. I've always thought they were cool, but after understanding how nice they are to drive on the highway with 37s and a nice suspension setup and get decent gas mileage and be just a fun experience, I'm kind of sold on these things. So let me drop a comment if you want to see one on the channel on a more permanent basis. But I think what made this a lot of fun was the manual transmission itself. There was some boost lag between gears, but this thing has 300 horsepower and 325 foot-pounds of torque, and you can make more with a tune. So like, it had no issues pushing these 37s at all. This thing is a ton of fun. It's filled with stuff from the Super Celebration East in Townsend, Tennessee, but we'll do that in a second. Before I cut out, let me give it a start. I can't do a remote start because it's a manual, but let me know what you think about this Flowmaster exhaust. It sounds pretty good at idle in my opinion, but drop a comment on what you think about it. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed sharing this Bronco with you guys. I had a ton of fun driving it, and I can see why there's so many people on the road with these things. They're incredible. So drop a comment if you think I should get one. I probably don't need any more persuasion, but you can't hurt. So that's all I got. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't been to the doctor in a year, go, because it's free and it might keep you alive. That's all I got for today. Catch you guys later. Peace out.